Good morning. Mailman. Good evening, Postal family. What's going on? My name is Saeed. How's everybody doing on this MLK Junior holiday? Hope everybody's doing good, enjoying some time off with the family. Everything is good. And today I'm going to do something a little different. One of my supporters, you know how I really love the comments. I really do read everything. It's a lot informative stuff you all write to me. One of my supporters had asked me if I was to go in front of the arbitrators as a negotiator, what would I really say? So I just thought to myself, really, what's going to be fair? What would I say, really? So not only answering this person, wanted to make a whole video as to how I would represent the carriers. Although a lot of people will think it's wishful thinking, will never happen. This is just my opinion. This is what I would go in there with, representing the carriers, the hardest working force in the USA. So I just thought I'd make a whole video on that, see what kind of thoughts you all give me, all the kind of turnout it gets. So, but first, if you're new to the channel, my name is Saeed. As you know, postal content is what I do, what I love to do, is all I do. So if you like to join my channel, if you like postal content, you're welcome to. I love all my supporters. I love them very much. I love all the comments you all give me always. Can't stop reading them. I learn so much from them. All the stuff that I've learned from all the comments is unreal. I pick up different things, what people are going through, and keep giving the channel, the video, the thumbs up. It helps out the algorithm big time. So anyways, my area is even dealing with a little snow tomorrow, so might get a snowing day. It's very unusual for these parts where I stay. So so the rest of the country is gonna get a good laugh out of it, but rest of the country in the north, they're used to snow and everything, so it's not a big deal for them. But where I'm at, so it's kind of unusual. Doesn't happen. They're calling it a once in a decade storm, so something new to deal with. But we'll see how it turns out tomorrow. And after a holiday, you all already know how much busy it is on a Tuesday. So if we get that Tuesday off, to imagine what that Wednesday is going to look like. So I'm getting ready for that. So all right, let's get to the video. Now, this person had asked me if I go in there representing the carriers in front of the arbitrator, what really would I say? So I put together a little something. So this would be my thoughts. I know a lot of people will just say it's wishful thinking, but this is how I would approach it. First off, how y'all doing? My name is Saeed. I'm representing the carriers today. These are some of the things that I would like to see the carriers get in this tentative agreement. So first off, I say something like whatever is going to be offered would be across the board. I wouldn't discriminate, like give CCAs this percentage raise, top off with the highest level carriers would get a $1,000 increase. None of that. Whatever increase y'all going to give us, it's going to be across the board. It doesn't matter if you're a new CCA or a 30-year veteran carrier. So step increases happen regardless. COLAs are dependent on the economy at that time. Inflation has raised prices of everything. We demand a higher percentage raise, 6 to 10% times 3 times of the life of the contract. This is somewhere what I would say 6 to 10%. Also, there will be only one pay table as promised by you-know-who, Renfrod. That didn't happen with his contract. He had promised that one table. So that would happen with this demand. I don't discriminate between CCA and a 30-year veteran carriers. Second, I would throw the management raises that are or have been happening on their face. How basically all these management raises keep happening, even though the service is going into a $9 billion loss that was reported. So that was something I would also bring up. How we that do all the work need our share. All the carriers that are out there physically, we need our share. It's about time. So gotta give us our whatever we'd like. After that, I'll address the uniform prices and how much increase is needed to the allowance. I would show them the current prices of all the uniforms and how much increase would be needed to each carrier to be, can afford all that. Not to mention the healthcare increases. I would throw that on there as well. Next holiday season penalty time will be put back. Yes, all the hours will be paid penalty. Shouldn't even be a question. The harder we work in peak season means more money, not money taken away. That's BS to me. Basically, the penalty time during December goes away, and I would demand it come back. Every carrier would get that penalty time. Okay, we will do more hours. That means we will get more pay. We are doing all the extra work, aren't we? We're delivering the extra packages in peak, so all that penalty times comes back to the rightful owners, us working hard. The harder we work in peak seasons, more money, not money taken away. I would also strengthen grievances on management. Harassment of any kind wouldn't be tolerated. Right now, as you know, there's harassment all over the place, all different kinds of harassment, on the phone harassment, on the outside in the car, that's harassment, they're yelling at you, different things. Carriers, CCAs actually go through more of it. Harassment on your day off, come in, this and that, things would happen. So I would strengthen all the grievances that would penalize these management people. Harassment of any kind won't be tolerated. We are the front line and deserve the best post office has to offer. I would also get with the joy and speed up new trucks to every station. Process is way too slow. New trucks for larger cities is what's happening right now. Why not the smaller cities? Carriers work less hard, no discrimination here either. Basically, the smaller cities, like where I'm at, there's all the larger cities get the trucks first. What I'm saying is, the carriers in these smaller cities, they're not working any less harder. They're just as hard working, So if the trucks one city is gonna get, why not all the smaller cities as well? Granted, we don't have that supply, but I would quickly work on it and get with the joy, and I don't know how that's gonna go, any luck with that, but I would definitely try to get all the smaller stations in the states, their new trucks. They're well deserving of those new trucks. Not only the larger cities are, so why the discrimination there? So my across the board literally means in all aspects. So what I said about the raise across the board, that's what I mean with the trucks also. It has to be across the board. I know it's nothing easy to happen, but the trucks got to be given to every station likewise. If these demands are not met, I will initiate work stoppage. So this is kind of like what I'm saying is, if I was the NALC president / negotiator, I would say I would start a work stoppage. You gotta initiate. Someone's gotta take the step for things to happen. So if you're gonna go in there and be kind of strict and say, look, we will initiate a work stoppage if these things are not met, then that's how things get done. You've seen all the work stoppages, the ones we had with everybody else. All the strikes going on, they finally got what they deserve. Granted, Amazon didn't, but I'm talking about all the other strikes this past year that happened, and they got their raises, whatever they wanted. So this contract raise shouldn't have to wait number of years to be comparable to UPS. It will be comparable right now. So basically, Mr. Renfrod said when the TA came out, all the raises will be comparable to UPS in X number of years, he said, didn't he? What I'm going to go in and say is, it has to be comparable right now, not 6 years down the line. And I know, again, it's kind of tough. This won't happen, but this is, my opinion. It will be comparable right now. I represent the hardest working force in the states. Who dares to argue with that? Mail carriers go to every house in any weather, day or night. Dogs, we get bit, still keep going. Carriers have lost lives while working. Just recently, different carrier went in to buy a sandwich in New York and got stabbed, didn't make it. Other carrier in Arizona, I believe, he was standing sorting his mail behind his truck. Some elderly person, granted he had some medical issue, but still came rambling, ran into him, and he lost his life also. So oldest trucks that break down and are 30 years old. We have trucks, LLVs, that are more than 30 years old. Still our maintenance crew that does a heck of a job, keeps them going. This just jumps into the other item I had mentioned earlier, new trucks to every station. But this is just what carriers go through. So working in 100-degree days, no AC, sun rashes, mosquito bugs, we see it all. You guys, I don't have to mention that. We go through the summer months. It's very tough. All the rashes we deal with, mosquitoes, putting in 10 to 12-hour days in the 100-degree heat. This is by far this workforce is the hardest worker out there. All the package delivery people, granted their physical job might be ahead of us with all the packages, but they don't go to every house. They don't have walking routes. They're not out there constantly in the 100-degree heat. They're in and out of the truck, but sun rashes, mosquitoes, bugs, we see it all. Miles and miles of walking routes, rain-soaked, getting sick by the end of a rain-soaked day, staying soaked for 10 hours or more. Tell me, I dare you to show me a comparison. Carriers are by far the hardest working force in the US of A, so putting in 12 hours during 100-degree days, consistently, non-stop, none to mention blisters after miles and miles of walking, the wear and tear on our bodies. Blisters, yes, after walking, the ones that hard-working carriers, walking routes, blisters, it's nothing new to us. So the wear and tear, if this force doesn't deserve better wages, no one does. Yes, there are billions reported losses, but that didn't affect management's bonuses. So easily, the billions of the millions have been reported, billions, but we always see the Joy giving himself a raise. Management across the board gets bonuses, raises. So this is not some kind of excuse they can use. Thanks for the time. I represent a workforce that is unmatched in the US of A. So these would be my demands going in. So, this force that I'm representing, the carriers, you can't tell me somebody's working harder out there on a daily basis. So this is what I would go in there and tell them. The raises 6 to 10% spread out of the contract. 3 times of the life of the contract, so one pay table. These raises will be across the board, not just targeting, CCA or, like I said, the 30-year vet up top. Like James Henry also says that, it has to be across the board, so it's fair to everybody. The way he's gotten, Renfrod has broke down this contract is, he's made the CCAs very happy. by choice. He's given them a free step increase if this garbage over TA passes, which they're really loving right now. Yeses have gone up. I see in the comments. Some are actually pissed off at me that I'm saying, which I don't. If you go back in my videos, this is another thing I had to mention. Some comments, a lot of you are writing without even watching the whole video. I answer your questions later in the video, and you choose not to watch all of it, and yet you comment and by questioning me. In my previous videos, I never told anybody to vote no. You have the freedom to, vote whatever you like. But I'm voting no, so I say, that's what I'm telling you guys. I'm not telling anybody by any means to which way to vote. If you had gone through and listened to the whole video, you would have seen that I was only talking about myself. And I always say everyone has a freedom to choose, whether it's yes or no. I'm not by any means telling you guys which way to go. Sometimes it might seem like it because I'm going with the no, but that's different. So, I never mean to, blatantly request people to go, no's way. So don't get me wrong. Please watch the whole video before making these questions in the comments. If I have another question, kept on saying that don't, somebody got pissed off. I was telling people to vote no. Whoever is voting no, they have common sense. They read through the whole tentative agreement. It's not benefiting anybody but the lower level CCA. So what's gonna get into our head to make us vote yes? I mean, it's mind-boggling right now too. You're not reading the whole contract. You're looking at the step increase without doing your time, a freebie that shouldn't be there. And you want the rest of us to do that too? I mean, we're last time I checked, we weren't dumb. We know how to read, understand certain things, and by no means we're gonna vote yes on a TA of a garbage. So I don't know how that works. Didn't mean to anger anybody in my previous videos, and we're just I always say you're free to choose whatever you want. If yes helps you out, makes you happy, end of the day, so be it. But it's not gonna make me say that go ahead and vote yes. So we're sticking to our nose, and hopefully the votes are they are coming in. So only time will tell which way this contract will go now. I know the little bit the balance has shifted. It's not the nose. Well, I don't know. Anything can happen. You don't know which way this Renfro is gonna go, which strings he's gonna pull. Certain people in the state still haven't received their ballots, even after requesting a second one. I don't know if that's on purpose too, so he doesn't get that many no's. But I don't know. This day and age, you can't really tell what's going on, what Renford is gonna do, what kind of fraud he's gonna pull to get this thing, God forbid, to yes. So, and we just praying to get it to arbitration and to present a good case. Whoever is gonna do that, and for the carriers, hardworking force. Very proud, by the way, of representing the carriers. Each time I make a video like this, I'm right there with you guys. I'm proud to be on the force. So that's basically today's video. Just wanted to make a quick video saying that if I was to go in front of as a negotiator, which points I'm gonna nail over there, and how would I present. Hopefully this answered your question. I'm not gonna say the name of the person. One of my supporters had asked me, and it just hit me. He said, why not just bring up all the topics? I know a lot of you will say that will never happen, impossible, but these are just my thoughts, what I would say, what the carriers really need right now with all the inflation and all the everything that's going on right now. 6 to 10%, it's kind of reasonable. I know it's impossible. wishful thinking, whatever you call it, but if managers can keep getting their raises, the money is there, why not for the carriers that do all the physical labor, all the hard work out there. So again, that's it. Hope everybody's doing good on this MLK Junior holiday, and enjoys the time with the family, and get back tomorrow to work. It's gonna be busy. So that's it. Hope everybody's good out there. Stay good, stay safe, and stay positive. Like always, have a good one. Saeed out.